All right, we're going to see some of the process here, Tim. Go ahead and tell us what happens when you receive milk.
All right, so these bays are meant to drive through, so the tankers approach these doors. We bring them in, and you can see these guys are parked. You guys get the wheels chocked. Then we've got a swing connection here that we make to hook the tanker up. And if you step over here, you'll see that we have a little safety platform that drops down, and that's to accommodate sampling of the tanker. So before we can unload this milk, we've got some basic testing that we do to ensure the quality of the milk, and that's, we'll see that in a minute when we walk up there to the lab. But that allows them to safely get a sample from this tanker, and then once the testing is confirmed, then really this process is pretty highly automated. The operator can actually start the pumping of the tanker once that's connected from inside where he has his controls set up.
Okay. And then that's it. The milk goes through all these pipes and before you even get to
Absolutely. So this, at the beginning of the process, once we bring the milk off, we'll put it into a storage silo. We've got 4 storage silos for milk. We can hold about 2 million pounds of milk. So each one holds about 560,000 pounds of milk, so just over 2 million pounds of holding capacity for the raw milk that we bring in the door. And all that, again, is completely automated, so the routing of that milk to whichever silo that the operator puts it in is all controlled from a computer interface.
And obviously with that much storage, that's over what you can do every day. But that shows that this is a 24-hour process. It's constantly fresh, constantly getting dry,
constantly turned over. So we turn the milk over every single day, and in fact, we can process up to 2 million pounds of milk a day. So we don't currently, but we have that capacity. So when I was talking about those numbers earlier, we actually have a little room for growth there.
Excellent. Well, should we see the lab here?
Sure. Double-sided refrigerator door, and you can see there's doors on the inside as well. So the truck drivers can actually drop the samples in here of the milk. It'll go to a lab that's devoted to nothing but testing the milk for its composition, and the pickups are made daily. And this just makes it easy for the driver to drop his samples right here. Never has to go in the room here where the I know. So in this area, we've got the changing room for the employees, and out in that direction is the silos I mentioned where we store the milk, and then here's where we do the testing. Here.
And obviously, we can't go in there because we're not. We haven't changed as your employees do, right?
Right.
And strict standards because this is food service or food deals with food, right?
You're absolutely right. And further, we don't actually go in this way ever anymore. This is not. It used to be a path, but we found that we were actually tracking in bacteria and stuff into the processing area. So this is a hygiene zone, a one-way door, and so then any, if they have samples or whatnot, they can just pass it to the door to the operator here, or vice versa. And so we don't actually pass through the store anymore.
The employees they sneak through to hopefully have less chance of contamination.
Exactly. And the whole plant's really set up like that. It's really strict in terms of these hygiene zones.
That's very important.
So the lab is really pretty basic. It's really meant to do just a few things. We test for antibiotics in the milk, we test nutrient acidity, some olfactory tests, and pH, and let's see, I think that's about it. So it really fairly rudimentary testing, but it's to ensure the quality of the milk before we unload it, and then like I said, these samples are for the composition of the milk. The operator is able to run most of the plant from this human-machine interface here. You can see that's where they control, actually, all that's what we talked about in terms of starting pumping milk after it's been tested, directing the route of it, and so forth. And then they can make entries into the business system, so every tanker of milk can be tracked all the way through the process. And then finally, just the camera feed, so that you can see the companies that go into the tankers and so forth.
Very nice. Not much. So as you said too, it's very small, but if you're testing for just a few things, it doesn't have to be that elaborate.
It really doesn't, and it's people are always surprised when you walk through the plant. There's just not a lot of folks because it's so automated. I think we in total have about 45 people in the plant, and honestly, a lot of it's administrative. So in terms of automation, it's a lot of stainless and a lot of valves, a lot of pumps. That's what a lot of the plant really is.
So that the employees in the operation are just to support those pieces, like you said, the piping.
Yeah, I mean, because
the processing, it's automated and it knows they're just there.
The automation is not, it doesn't replace people, but certainly it takes the drudgery out of a lot of the stuff. In the older dairy plants, you have swing connections and so forth, but today it's valves that are all automated, so that the direction of the product is determined, mostly based on the machine interface, and there's not a lot of requirement for this physical stuff.
Okay. Well, should we go outside and get a look at those big tanks we were talking about?
Sure. Let's do that.